Today we're going to talk about the type of Apple machines or the type of specifications you need in order to handle 4K footage. I mean, if you are watching this video, chances are maybe you are a filmmaker, director, cinematographer, and you need a laptop that might handle 4K footages. I mean, currently at the point of shooting this video, there's a whole lot of cameras that are actually coming with serious specifications. These days we do have 6K, 8Ks, a whole lot of Ks in the market. So it's very tough right now, and a lot of machines or laptops do struggle when it comes to editing of this particular footages. So today I'm going to share my personal opinions, thoughts on the type of footage and how I go about it in terms of editing. This is not anything scientific or professional, but once again, it is my personal opinion, and whatever that I say are things that I've experienced in real life. So being a filmmaker, I've come to use a whole lot of systems. I've come to use a whole bunch of cameras and a whole lot of laptops in the market. I'm coming from the Macbook, and normally all my footages are being edited on Apple laptops. So I think with regards to the previous laptops that I've used and the type of footages that I've edited on those laptops, those are the ones that I'll be able to share my thoughts on. So getting to the first one on the list, which happens to be the cheapest option, is the MacBook Pro. I mean, the base model, which is actually starting from 2012 all the way to, I think from 2011 all the way to 2013, if I'm not mistaken. And those ones are the base model type. So with the base model, it's quite awesome because you are able to do massive upgrade to it. I mean, you can change all the way from the RAM, the hard drive, a whole lot of things, and you can even double the storage. I've owned that laptop and I've done some massive crazy stuff to that particular laptop. So this particular laptop are the base model, and it's quite common. A lot of people do use this particular MacBook, and I think if you want to pick it up, pick the one, I think it's the 12-inch. Yeah, the 12-inch are the best spot. Those are the perfect spot for editing. So with those particular ones, you do not get any graphic issue. And normally, when you buy them secondhand, they comes with 4 gig RAM. When you buy them, you just need to pick up some extra RAMs and some extra hard drives as well. Normally, I suggest you get double 8 gigs. That will give you somewhere, I think, 16. And the results that you will get is extremely crazy, like it's awesome. So once again, once you upgrade the RAM, it's not just that. You also need to make sure that you upgrade the hard drive as well. Normally with this particular machines, since factory, it has been using the actual hard drive since then, and it has never been changed. Nothing has been done to it. So it's actually a machine, and they tend to get damaged at some time in point. It's not like it's going to be completely damaged, but the responding speed might be a little bit slower in terms of the things that you want the laptop to handle. So normally when you get your hands on this particular machines, once you change the RAM, you also need to pick some extra SSDs as well. So with regards to the SSDs, I suggest you get something a little bit bigger, let's say from 500. Normally with SSDs, they come in 512. So with the 512 SSD, if you want to even go crazy, you can take 1 terabyte, and that is going to give you an amazing result. Once you get that, you open the machine. After upgrading the RAM, there is a secondary space which is actually located for the CD-ROM. Remember, with those particular machines, there's a particular section for the CD-ROM. So you can simply replace that with another hard drive, and the way to go around it is to get a hard drive candy. That is the name. They call it caddy or candy. I'm not sure the actual name, but it actually looks more like the same space that you see when you open the MacBook where the CD goes. So it's actually in the same form factor, but what that simply does is it's actually a blank space. There's a blank space in there that allows you to insert a hard drive to boot the OS from there. So normally when you get that, the actual hard drive where the laptop is stays where it is, and then you use the caddy to replace the CD, which will give you 2 hard drives in one laptop. So when you set it up, after you install the OS and everything, you'll be able to boot the system from that particular space, which is the CD-ROM. So that is going to be your actual hard drive, the A, and then the main hard drive is going to act as B. So in that case, you'll be running 2 hard drive, which is SSD and a standard hard drive with 16 gigs of RAM, and that is going to give you crazy results. All right, it's not gonna be the fastest as today's MacBook. I mean the M2, M1. No, calm down, please. But at least it's going to give you somewhere. It's going to take you somewhere. You're going to get an amazing result out of that. It's better than it's coming straight from the factory. I mean, these laptops are way too old right now in today's standard, and they really struggle with most of the footages that we have to edit, especially when you are using a full frame camera with massive, I mean, space and all that. They tend to struggle a whole lot, especially when it comes to their playback. You do tend to see it's struggling to play back and all that. So once you do that massive upgrade, I believe that you're not gonna have issues with 4K. But also I think with regards to the footages, you must be a bit concerned about that. You don't have to go with, I mean, a massive file like 4K 10-bit 422 with flat profile coloring. Obviously that machine is not going to help you. But if you have a standard 4K, I mean 8 bits 420, something limited like this type of YouTube shorts, I think it's going to do the job pretty well, and there will be no harm in editing that type of footages. Another bump up, if ever you need something a little bit advanced, will have to be this particular model that I have. So with this particular model, they do come in different types, and I think this age, it starts from 2014 up until 2015. Yeah, I'm not sure once again, but I stand to be corrected. So this particular model that I have is the 2015 edition, and this I actually had the 2014. I sold it and I got this one. But I think with the 14 and the 15, there isn't much of a difference. The only difference is actually the graphics, which the 2015 you do get AMD, and the 2014 you do get NVIDIA, I guess. I think that is it. And with regards to the storage, whenever you want to pick this particular model up, this is the 15-inch. If you want to pick the 2014 or the 2015, that's a good deal, all right, because it can actually handle most of the 4K footages. Once again, not the biggest, I mean, footages, but something minimal. This is the 2015 version, and if ever you want to pick this one up instead of the previous one which I listed, it's going to be a good deal because it will handle footages much better than those ones. Another advantage is this one is actually a Retina version, so the resolution is quite great. It's almost to a 4K. Let me put it that way. This particular model that I have is a 16 gig with 512 SSD and 2 gig graphics card, which is actually normal for most, I mean, 4Ks in the market right now. So if ever you want to pick this one instead, there are two types of them. You do get two types of this version. You do get the 8 gig one, which is an i5, and also sometimes the SSDs are very small, I think 256. So whenever you are planning to get this one, like once again, look for the best and the maximum specifications out of this. But if you want to go higher than this, then I guess it's no longer going to be budget friendly anymore. That is when you're looking at the 2016, 2017 touch bars and all that, and those ones are a little bit more expensive than this. But I do believe as time goes on and as we tend to improve in terms of specifications and our needs, things start to change. So I think I might also be upgrading in the future anytime soon. Anything can happen. I do believe that the touch bars are also amazing. I mean, it all depends on your needs and all that. And also the M2 and the M1s are way amazing right now, but that will obviously depend on how strong your pocket is. So I mean, it's a matter of preference and it's a matter of your financial status. But yes, once again, these two lineups are going to be the best, cheaper, best budget friendly. I mean, it's nice, all right, especially with the baseline 2012. And right now, I think on how do you call it, eBay, you can easily pick one up for an affordable price. But yeah, I think you should just have a look in the market. Once again, be very much concerned about the specifications, because you do get a whole bunch of them with different specifications. You do get i5, you do get i7. Please always go for the i7. Always go for the 512 gig. Always go for the 16 gig. Nothing less than that. I guess those will pretty much handle your 4K footages easily. And yeah. So yes, guys, if you have any questions based on this whole machines for editing, Apple MacBooks, lineups, video, photos, editing, do not hesitate, drop it in the comment section. I am more than willing to answer all your questions. Once again, thank you for coming. Do not forget, like, subscribe, it really helps me a lot. And I guess I'll catch you guys in another video.